Stop. Don't pack up your gardening tools just yet. Because what if I told you that August, yes, right in the sizzling zone 8B August heat, could actually be your garden's most exciting month? I know, it sounds almost impossible. Most people think August is a dead zone for gardening here. But stick with me, because by the end of this, you're going to see crops that grow like they're on a mission while everything else around them is wilting into sadness. I get it, August in Zone 8B can feel brutal. The sun is relentless. Your plants look tired, and even walking outside feels like stepping into a hot oven. You check your garden, and your tomatoes are barely hanging on, your cucumbers look like they've given up on life, and your squash plants? Let's not even talk about them. I remember one summer when I thought I could outsmart the heat by watering more. But by mid-August, my garden looked like it had signed a truce with the weeds, handed them the keys, and gone on vacation. But here's where it gets exciting, and this is something most beginners miss. There are plants out there that don't just survive this Zone 8B August heat, they thrive in it. They grow faster, taste better, and make you look like the kind of gardener who knows secrets the rest of the neighborhood doesn't. Today, I'm sharing 7 unconventional crops that will make you wonder why you ever dreaded August. And here's the kicker, once you understand why most normal crops fail this time of year, these will make perfect sense. So, before we get to the list, let's quickly tackle the real reason August is so hard on gardens. When the days hit their hottest, many of our go-to-summer crops stop focusing on producing food. They shift all their energy into surviving. It's like they're saying, forget the fruit, I'm just trying to stay alive. But certain crops have built-in superpowers for this exact weather. They don't slow down. Some of them seem to shift into overdrive. One of my absolute favorites? Okra! Oh, this plant doesn't just laugh at the heat, it thrives on it. I've seen okra pods grow faster than I could pick them, and the more the sun beats down, the more they produce. The secret with okra is simple: harvest young pods every single day, and it'll keep cranking them out. Next, let's talk sweet potatoes, but not just the roots. Sweet potato greens are like August's best-kept garden secret. They're tender, packed with vitamins, and they grow so quickly they practically cover the soil with a green blanket. That blanket isn't just pretty, it shades your soil, keeps it cooler, and stops weeds from taking over. And in the Zone 8B August heat, they're unstoppable. And then there's Malabar spinach. Don't let the name fool you. It's not true spinach. True spinach would bolt the moment this heat shows up. Malabar, on the other hand, is a climbing vine with glossy leaves that stay soft and delicious even in the hottest weeks. Plus, it's a showstopper on a trellis, adding beauty while feeding you. But here's where things get a little strange. One of my favorite heat-loving crops isn't even from America, and you might already have it sitting in your spice rack. We'll get to that one in just a bit. This is where the game changes, because once you realize you can choose crops that evolve to handle intense sunlight, you stop fighting nature and start working with it. That's how you get a garden that looks alive in August instead of one gasping for air. And I'm not done yet. In a minute, I'm going to tell you about a plant that could survive a heat wave even if you forgot to water it for an entire week. But before we get there, let's talk about how to keep these August champions performing at their best. Here's one mistake I see all the time. Gardeners treat these heat lovers like they're spring vegetables. That's a rookie error. For the Zone 8B August heat, you need a different approach. First, water deep, not often. Giving plants a little sprinkle every day just teases the roots. You want to soak the soil so the water gets down deep, training roots to go where it stays cooler? Second, mulch like you really mean it. A thick layer of straw, shredded leaves, or grass clippings will keep the soil cool and slow down evaporation. Third, think about succession planting. Even in August, you can direct seed certain crops, and others you can plant as seedlings to get a jump start on the season. Now, there's one thing even experienced gardeners forget when growing in this kind of heat, and if you skip it, your plants will punish you. We'll get to that in a second. Another trick? Use shade cloth for a few hours in the afternoon. It's like giving your plants sunglasses, they'll thank you. And harvest regularly, because the more you pick, the more of these plants will produce. So, what's that one thing people forget? Airflow. Crowded plants in this weather are like a recipe for disease. Give them space, prune where needed, and let that summer breeze do its job. All right, let's get back to our list. Cowpeas, also known as black-eyed peas, are up next. These aren't just for your New Year's dinner. They're a powerhouse crop for August. They handle hot, dry conditions with ease and even improve your soil by adding nitrogen. Then we have hot peppers. While sweet peppers might sulk in the heat, many hot pepper varieties like cayenne jalapeno or thai chili ramp up production right now. In fact, some of the hottest peppers develop their best flavor during this part of summer. Now here's one that surprises a lot of gardeners: Armenian cucumbers. They're not true cucumbers, which is probably why they can handle heat so well. They stay crisp and mild even when regular cucumbers turn bitter and sad. Plus, they can grow impressively long without losing quality. And then there's Roselle or Hibiscus sabdorifa. This tropical stunner gives you tangy, edible leaves and gorgeous calyxes perfect for teas and jams. And yes, it thrives right in the middle of the zone 8B August heat. Imagine this, it's mid-August. Your neighbor's garden looks like a dried-up wasteland, and yours is bursting with fresh greens, peppers, and flowers. People are asking how you're doing it, and you just smile, knowing the answer is as simple as picking the right plants. Each of these has a natural survival kit: deep roots, quick maturity, or drought tolerance that makes them perfectly suited for this weather. And here's the bonus: many of them will keep producing well into fall, saving you from having to replant right away. So let's do a quick recap of these 7 unconventional crops for the Zone 8B August heat: okra, sweet potato greens, Malabar spinach, cowpeas, hot peppers, Armenian cucumbers, and Roselle. These aren't just plants, they're your ticket to turning August from a struggle into a celebration. Instead of dreading this month, you'll start looking forward to it. The right crops, a deep watering schedule, heavy mulch, good spacing, and some shade when needed, that's your recipe for success. Here's my challenge for you: pick 2 crops from this list and get them in the ground this week. By the time other gardeners are still complaining about how nothing grows in August, you might be picking fresh harvests and enjoying a garden full of life. And I want to hear about it. Drop a comment, tell me which of these you're trying. If you've got your own hot weather champion crop, share that too. Because gardening isn't just about plants, it's about growing together, learning from each other, and turning even the hottest month of the year into one of the most rewarding.